segment is sponsored by Oakdale Egg Farms.
Delicious pumpkin pie is a childhood favorite of mine, and the recipe I'm sharing with you today is the one that I grew up with, that Grandma would make, Mom would make, and it's so easy. And I'm going to use some delicious Oakdale eggs because honestly, I grew up with Oakdale eggs as well. They're from my neck of the world, and I just so enjoy the family. I was in plays with the kids, summer productions, everything, and so I have a long history with the family, and they are just good people. Of course, no antibiotics, no hormones, cage-free, perfect to make your pumpkin pies with. So I'm starting off with some flour, salt, and butter that I've added into there, and I'm going to add 1 Oakdale egg into the pie crust, and this is just the start of the pie crust. I've shown you how to make pie crust before. You can use your favorite pie crust if you want to. You can use any kind that you want, and then I'm going to pulse this together to combine and cut in that fat with the flour. And so that's what I'm watching, is when that fat and flour actually combine and is completely incorporated into there. So that looks good. I have my little bowl that I made some earlier with. I'm going to dump that right out into that bowl because I actually don't like to add the water into the food processor. It mixes so fast that I think it gives me a tough crust. That's just me. You can do whatever you'd want, but once that's done, you're going to add in, about 3/4 of a cup of water, stop, and then you're going to start to mix just until you pull this together into a soft dough. If more water's needed, add more water. Now I have some that I've made already, wrapped it up, put it into the fridge. I'm going to get this rolled out so that it can go into a 9-inch pie tin. So I'll get that started so when we come back here in just a moment, we can put the filling together. It's easy breezy. Every pumpkin pie should be homemade.
Yeah, and I've actually put together Brian's pie crust before.
Good.
It's amazing.
It works.
It's not as good as when he does it.
Because I do it, not you.
All right.
The following segment is sponsored by Oakdale Egg Farms.
Okay, I was telling Chef Bryan that pumpkin pie counts as breakfast because it has eggs in it.
I think that's fair.
Totally agree. And of course, with Oakdale eggs, they're even that much more healthier for you. And so to make the filling, all you're going to do is you're going to add in a can of evaporated milk to it. And this is the recipe that I grew up with. It's probably very close or similar to the one that's on the back of this, whatever this is called. Okay, add that into it. And this is not the one that has the spices in it, the pumpkin puree that doesn't have the spices in it. It's just plain old pumpkin puree. Now, all last week I gave you tips about buying things that were affordable. And so what I do, everything for Thanksgiving is on sale now. And so I just simply buy an extra one, put it into my pantry, and start building up that food pantry over months and months of time. And then before you know it, you're going to have a big food pantry that's going to be delicious. To this, I'm going to add a couple of Oakdale eggs, because pumpkin pie is a custard, believe it or not. And then once you do that, add in about 1.5 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice blend. I use the spice blend. It's just easier. And once you get that into there, what you're going to do is just puree, a little bit of salt where it's added into there. You're going to mix it all together. And then it's going to go right into the pie shell that we made earlier into a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. I like to top it off with a little bit of whipping cream. You can use your favorite topping on it. And there we have some yummy pumpkin pie. And the reason it's always been a favorite of mine, check this out, because you can pick it up and walk around the house with it.
I love it. I agree.
The best.
Normal pumpkin pie. How about
I'll just have a little slice, and then another little, and then another.
And then by the time you're done, the pie's gone. See?
Yeah, and you know it really goes good with turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy. I didn't see
all
them
at the
in
same
there.
time.
Well, I guess I expect
It has eggs.
Thanksgiving
It's a meal
dinner
in
every
itself.
day.